y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have another custom spread to share with you. I have a brand new patron. Her name is Jennifer, and she uses a big dashboard planner, and she asked for a fall theme spread, but her favorite color is purple, which I completely identify with. And so I happen to have this paper pack. This is from Park Lane, and there are some gorgeous fall papers in here that also happen to have the color purple as kind of the main color. So that is what I'm going to use as the basis for her big dashboard spread. I will see if I can find this. I picked this up at Joann's, so I'll see if I can find it on their website and link below. Otherwise, I'm going to put you guys on fast forward. Let's go. All right, so Jennifer actually told me that on the left side of her dashboard, she changes up all the things every week and is kind of a list maker, which I completely understand. So I'm actually going to be using a whole separate sheet of scrapbook paper for that side, and I'm going to create my own left-hand side. But on the overlap down the spine, I'm wanting to use these gorgeous florals. They look like watercolor leaves and they have gold accents to them and they just scream fall. As soon as Jennifer said she loves purple, I was like, this is the book that I'm going to use. I love this book. Like I said, I picked it up at Joann's. I actually used a ton of the paper in the book to create my Patreon Happy Mail this month. I always make handmade cards and send them out to some of the tiers of my Patreon. And so I used this book and I was super glad that I still had some of this particular paper left because I knew it was what I wanted to do to kind of overlap the two pages. So I'm quickly trimming out. Of course, I have sped this up a great deal. I'm trimming out these to kind of create my own paper from ephemera, so which is basically paper pieces, and I just like using them on my pages to change up the look, and it's really a great way to get the most out of some of these 12 by 12 paper pads. I don't often buy a full 12 by 12 paper pad just because I'm less likely to use all of that different paper, but in this case I really love the whole kind of moody feel. It feels very much kind of like a rainy day in the fall with the leaves, and I loved the whole idea. So I cut a piece of scrapbook paper down to 8.5 by 11. That'll be the left side. And then you can see I'm just trying to figure out how I want to overlap the leaves going over onto the right side because I want it to look like the leaves are spilling from one side of the page to the other. I have enough leaves where I will be able to use a few of the other pieces in other parts of the page, but just love how that came together. And then all you have to do is add adhesive to the back. So I use a Tombow tape runner. You could use liquid glue. You just have to be really careful that everything stays still. And you want the pages to be lined up. I'm actually going to keep the two spreads or the two halves together for most of this video. I'll cut it apart at the end. I prefer doing that just because I feel like it's easier to work with when it's all one big piece. You can see on the right side of the page where you have the Monday through Sunday list at the top, I covered up Monday through Sunday. Jennifer, if you want to remark those, then you can definitely do that. I thought it would be a great place to kind of list gratitude. And so I eventually it's going to say thankful above there. I thought it'd be great to list something you're grateful for each day of the week. So just an idea. You can definitely go back and use it however you want. But I like that list. I like that you can change it up. So I know a lot of people use it to track their workout. They use it to plan meals. There's lots of different ways to use the different parts of a dashboard planner. It just takes a little creativity and it takes some time to sit and think about what you want to track and how it might be best tracked throughout the week. For the boxes on the spread, I'm pulling out the Rainbow Boxes Mega Sticker Book. You guys know I love the sticker book, and I'm going to use a bunch of gold foil boxes because there are those gold accents in the leaves. I thought I'm going to really embrace that. We're going to do a ton of gold across the page. So you'll see a lot of different gold boxes. I don't always use gold foil, but I actually don't mind it either. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful element. And I know people shy away from it mostly because it's hard to take pictures. But this is for Jennifer and her planner. And so I don't think she's probably worried about taking pictures. I think she's worried about enjoying her planner. So we're definitely going to have some boxes. I'm getting some leaves down on the page. I put this one down. Truthfully, I wish I could reposition it. It ends up getting covered up a lot by this particular box, but that's okay. I think it makes a nice cluster down there in the end. So it all works out. I just kind of wish I'd had it going off the page just a bit more. you'll see me kind of place boxes throughout. It is always hard to do boxes for someone else for their spread. I try to have boxes every day just to give them some options, either that or bullet points, something like that. And you can use the boxes however you want. So I tend to use boxes on my planner spreads as where I write scheduled, like timed things. And then I use bullet points and task lists or checklists for tasks. It doesn't have to be like that. You can use it for whatever you want in whatever order you want. And so just having plenty of boxes there to work with gives my patrons or gives whoever you're doing your spread for some options. And it's the same as if you're doing your own spread. So maybe you're planning really far ahead and you actually don't know everything that might be going on that week. You're just trying to decorate in advance, which I know a lot of people do. Just give yourself some options on the page, some things to work with, and you'll be able to make it function for you. One of the things I happen to love about this big size planner spread is that there is so much room to write. You can see I'm layering some different boxes. This to-do box that has the corner cut out, that's actually usually meant for a monthly layout because the corners cut out so that you can see the number in the day of the month. So I generally just use those. I don't use those a ton in my monthly layouts. I use other kind of box stickers. So I just layer them so that they look like full boxes. And you'll see me use that a couple different times. It's a really cute little to-do list, little bulleted 3-point to-do list. I have this pumpkin. These were cutouts that, again, I created for my Patreon Happy Mail, and I think they will go perfectly here. Over on the side, you can see I'm like trying to figure out where I want things. I use my sticker guide a lot to be able to layer pieces. I'm going to layer a couple boxes. This smaller box that will be in the upper left, that is going to be a great place to add the dates for the week. So you'll be able to add the month up there and then the days. I'm sending this to Jennifer as an undated spread so she can use it. I kind of imagine she'll use it in November, but it's totally up to her. So I'm going to layer these two up at the top and then continue down the page with some more gold boxes. Those are just going to be places where maybe Jennifer is writing just some different things that are going on that week, maybe to-do list. There's just a lot of different options, so you'll see those come up in just a second. I have this thankful cut out in that paper pad, in that book sticker, not paper book thing where I got all this paper from. There were actually pages that were all full of cards and labels of different sizes. I used a ton of them for Happy Mail, but I had a few left, so I was able to use them on the spread. I like that one that says thankful. It'll find its way onto the right side of the page. I move things a lot in this spread, which is one of the reasons I like working with paper, because you can move it around and that's what happens. So nestling this right in here, it is cute, and then the other one will go down towards the bottom. You can see I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to add some more boxes. This one seems crooked, so I very carefully pull it up and then we will re-straighten it. It's hard to tell if it's straight because there's no definite lines on the page, but it works out. We'll add a few boxes down there. And I think I'm going to do, one more. And then I will have a leaf over there to fill kind of some of that negative space. Yep, right there. That'll be where the leaf goes. One more box, and then I'll be able to put the other card down below. I'm just trying to figure out, I have a few extra leaves, trying to figure out where they will go the best. That's the second place the thankful tag is. It finds its way to a third and final place in just a bit. I find that I jump around way more on these patron spreads than I do my own spreads. I kind of have an order, I kind of have a way that I work through things when I'm working on my own planner spread, but for my patrons, especially Jennifer, she's a new patron, so I'm still getting to know her and her style. Sometimes I struggle with where I'm going to put all of the things. So I go back and forth between the two sides. I'm trying to make sure I have enough function over here, so we're gonna add some boxes on Friday. I need to cover up that little moment right there, and then that pumpkin kind of feels out of place. So, oh, I found another pumpkin. So we're gonna try the lighter pumpkin over here. I don't want, now that's gonna be too matchy-matchy if I have the dark pumpkin, so it's not gonna find its way onto the spread. But I do have this cute paper where I can actually trim out more images. So again, creating your own paper pieces out of these papers that really have the images that pop, that you can cut easily, it's one of my favorite things to do. So cutting out a few pumpkins that I'll be able to use. We'll have one up top and one in this little cluster on the Thursday. You can see I'm trying to just figure out where I can place everything. I kind of struggle with some of the finishing touches. This ends up being a super full spread. I hope, Jennifer, that you love that. I kind of imagine you do, because if you watch my channel, that's kind of what I do. I like super full, busy spreads. I don't know that this one is busy so much as just, like I said, it's got lots going on. It definitely is going to convey the theme of fall. You're going to feel that through and through with this particular spread. All right, I'm trying to get things organized. Let's get some of these actually down on paper. When I'm in like decision paralysis, sometimes I just have to put a few things in a permanent place because it narrows the possibility. For this particular cutout, it's pretty skinny, so I'm actually going to use this liquid glue instead of my tape runner, just because my tape runner would have gotten all over the place. So that will kind of be a background piece. Then we'll layer this box catty corner from the other one that is similar to it. That way, ta-da, has a little balance. But now I have this like negative space and it's kind of driving me crazy. And so I spend a long time trying to think of what I want to do there. You can see I'm just kind of moving things around. I'm going to add this particular piece right here just so I can fill in the space over with these 3 boxes I have lined up here. That'll go there. I'll cut it off and then we'll start putting some more things down on the page. I would love to hear how often you tend to use scrapbook paper in your planner. I know it's extra. I know it's going a step farther than most people want to go, but to me it's so fun. It's a great way to create a super unique planner spread that no one else is going to have. We all love all of the different sticker books. They are so fun to use, but the odds that your planner spread is going to look similar is pretty strong, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I do like getting to use paper every now and then because I think it just gives it a totally different feel. Plus it adds a nice weight into my planner, which I think is nice. All right, getting these last few little pieces, I really have to figure out what I want to do with Saturday and Sunday, and then I definitely want to get some quotes on the page. I think the quote sticker book I'm going to use is from Live Love Posh. Her Hello Fall sticker book has quotes in the back. They are just black quotes on white sticker paper, but I think they're going to fit really well into this spread. So this one, this long kind of skinny quote says, "Autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go." One of my favorite phrases. And then I'm trying to figure out, that says "Autumn leaves and pumpkins please." It just wasn't quite what I was looking for. I think I'm going to end up going with one that says "Fall is my favorite color," because I think it's cool that her favorite color is purple, and then we're incorporating it into fall. So I think it all comes together nicely, and we'll just layer a box over there. So now it really is just Saturday that I have to figure out what box I want to do and then make some final decisions about that negative space. Here's what I decided. I have these tiny checklists. They're in gold. They're tiny. I'm not really sure what they're formatted for, but I'm going to put them all together and we're going to create one long checklist, and I'm doing it on the extra planner page that I had, and then I'm going to trim it out. So now I have a gridded checklist box that I've created on my own from my extra sheet of paper. We're going to trim it out, and then I can just trim it down to the size that I actually want it. It's another long checklist, which I think will be helpful to Jennifer as she's planning for this particular week, to be able to use that checklist on the side, lots of room to take notes. It kind of goes both ways. So I'm trying to figure out how wide to cut it. Let's cut a couple more rows off just to see. And then we're going to nestle this in this area, and it fills in that negative space that I didn't like. And I think it's going to work really well. So we'll just add a little bit of adhesive to the back, and I'll layer a few more pieces on it, and I know it's going to start to come together nicely. There's just a few finishing touches left. So I was looking for phrases that I could use as titles over on the left-hand side, and I found this Capital Chic sticker book that I had in my stash from a few years ago, and it had some gold and black phrases. Get it done here at the top with a little bit of gold hearts underneath. I think that's perfect for a little list. And then this one says Power Hour, which may not be a typical phrase, but I think it's a great phrase for like your tasks. Like, these are tasks that need to get done when you have a few extra minutes. Get these tasks done during the week. I think it works really well. The last little bit that I'm going to add are these couple leaves in some different places, and then a few boxes here on Saturday, and this planner spread will be done. Jennifer, I hope you love your planner spread. For all of you, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. Let me know what you think of this Moody fall spread down in the comments below. I will definitely link the things that I can in the description box, so you can always check there. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. It really does mean the world. It allows me to continue making content for YouTube, and there's a ton of extra perks that happen over on Patreon. So you don't want to miss it out. You don't want to miss out on it. Make sure to check the link in the description box below. All right, that's it. Use my hole punch, repunching all of these all these disc punches with my We Are Memory Keepers disc punch. And that's going to be it. I hope that you all have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.